it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. Thank you for joining me again today. I have another sort of top tip for you. Oh, I've just realised something's out of place. So this, I mentioned last Tuesday about Stampin storage, which is the Stampin' Up specific storage system that is available through my online store. If you don't know me, I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK. So if you need anything from Stampin' Up and you are based in the UK, I would be thrilled, absolutely thrilled, if you would care to shop with me. There's a link in the information in the description bar below this video, so down there, that is, or will give you the information about my website and how you can shop, and I'll have links to the storage in the description bar. So I can't show you the new catalogue, which is here. I can show you that much of the new catalogue. At the point where I'm filming this, I'm waiting for my pre-order to come through, which I'm hoping will arrive soon. I'm hoping by the time you see this, it will be here. But I can obviously show you the inside of the old catalogue. So here is the inside of the old catalogue, and the storage is on pages 160 to 161. And we've got ink pad and marker storage trays, blends trays, open cubes, toppers, and a storage lid. So I'm going to go through what I've got here, and I will also go through the how you buy them, because so the pad and marker storage, which are these, you get in a pack of 5. So you get 5 of these white shelves, and each one, as you see, beautifully holds the ink pad and the marker that goes with it. Now I have my inks arranged in colour family, so I've got my in colours, my neutrals, my regals, my brights and my pastels. That's just how I do it. Other people do it in rainbow colour. There are all sorts of different ways of doing it, but I just like to know which is in which colour family, as much as anything, so that when I come to make a project, I can try as much as one can to work within a colour family. So particularly for things like card, or if I'm using the markers, I know that I'm only saying, you know, you could buy the multi-pack of the colour family card, or you can get the colour family for the markers, because the markers you can only get in a colour family. The blends from the launch of the new catalogue on the 3rd of June, you will only be able to get as combos. So if you wanted the real red, which I think this is real red, yes it is. So if you wanted real red, you would have to get the dark and the light from the 3rd of June. At the moment, if you want to stock up on just the ones that you use most often, you can buy them singly. So do have a look at that over in my online store, and as I say, that is linked in the information below. So those are the ink pad and pen marker pen storage trays. The blends storage trays, which are obviously the ones that the blends are in, again come in a pack of 5. Now from a UK point of view, a UK pricing point of view, 5 of either the ink and marker or the blend storage. So if you get either of those packs, those are £13 each. So £13 for the 5. So they're really well priced. It's a couple of pounds for each. And I mean, I've had these since they were first available, which was for demonstrators before they appeared in the last annual catalogue. So I've had these in place for over a year now. They are still absolutely as new. There's no give, there's no buckling, there's no discoloration. They haven't become brittle, because plastic can sometimes become brittle. Absolutely nothing. And I work in a studio which has got skylights and glass doors at both ends, so there's a lot of sunlight that comes in. I do have to think about sunlight, so I can't store my card, for example, out. It's in a drawer, because otherwise it will fade. So it's quite a bright space. So those are the storage trays. If you want an open cube, so this one here is an open cube, and I've got the previous in colour ink pads there and their respective ink refills. That is a cube, and I've got a lid on top. So the cubes you buy singly. They're 5 inches by 5 inches by 4 and 1/16. So the 5 by 5 is the depth and the width, and the 4 and 1/16 is the height. And they are £9.25. You can use them for all sorts of things, although we don't now have the half wood mount case, which is, can't find it, there we are. We don't now sell this. This is what I keep my very dirty, well stained chamois in. These would actually fit into that cube, but unfortunately we no longer stock these. I think the only people that ever bought them were demonstrators. But you can put all sorts of things in there, like ribbon, whatever you want. So over here on the right hand side, I've got other ink pads. So I've got my craft ink pad, which I've got in the old style case, my craft white, my stays on, which I store upside down. I like excuse me, I like my ink pads upside down so that I know the ink's going to be in the right place. This is the stamp cleaning pad, which unfortunately is retired. It's great for getting your photopolymer stamps clean. I think the reason that it has been retired is because it can be quite aggressive on your photopolymer stamps, and people haven't been cleaning them properly after that. And then for some reason, best known to me, I have kept all of the bits of bungee rubber that come with your storage pieces so that they've got non-slip bottoms. Don't know why I've kept those, but let's pop those there so that they're not in quite such a ridiculous place. So that's what I've got in there. So it's not just for these half cases, you can put all sorts of things in there. So those are £9.25. The storage topper, which is where I've got my re-inkers, those you get singly as well, and those are £4.75, and they will hold up to 20 re-inkers. Actually, they'll hold more. So I've got all of my brights and all of my subtles in there, as well as, because I can see them lurking, I've got my Memento, my my Versamark, my Craft, and back here I should have my stays on, yes. So I've actually got 24 re-inkers in there, because I've got 2 colour families plus the ones that don't sit in a colour family. So 20 is very conservative. Oops, sorry, knocked the camera. So 20 is very conservative for how much you can get in there, but those are, as I say, perfectly sized for those sorts of things like re-inkers. And all I do is take the colour family and then go in from the sides for the 2 at either end. And then I've got storage lids, which are what I've got on top of my cubes. Theoretically, I don't need them because I'm right onto the shelf here, but it just finishes it off nicely. And those are just £2.75. So while I was buying everything else, to add 2 lots of £2.75 on really didn't seem like a huge jump more. So yes, and then if we ever needed more ink pads, I could do another tower here. Or if there were more blends, I could reconfigure and put all my blends here. So, you know, one can play with the setup, but for me this works really nicely. So that is my top tip for today, is to think about getting your Stampin' storage. As I say, it's in the new catalogue, but I can't show you. But it is in the old catalogue as well. And there are some suggestions for how you can set it up. But the brilliant thing is it grows with you. So as you need more storage, you just buy more storage and it just all clips together. It's brilliant. And it is really, really solid. So if it's all coming in one piece. It's not coming to pieces. So yeah, I mean these are very solid because they're right into the top of the shelf. But that's my top tip. Look at the storage. It's brilliant. And it's a one-time investment. My storage unit is an IKEA Gallant unit. And as I say, the height is perfect for a whole colour family, three layers of blends and an open cube with a lid. Absolutely perfect. I haven't tried it in a Calyx. I do have a Calyx, but as the units are 5 inches across, you would certainly be able to get a unit or 2 units into a Calyx cube and have a bit of space left over. So if you don't have the lighting issues that I've got, you could actually have everything that sits in a colour family in one of your cubes. So you can have all of your card, your ink, your blends, your markers, your re-inkers, all in one cube. Just a thought. Anyway, I hope you found that helpful. I seem to have waffled on about storage for an awfully long time. But hey, I'm passionate about our storage. It's brilliant. And it's exactly behind, I might be able to see if I can work out how to do a swing round. It's exactly behind my work desk. So let me see if I can move round. So I'm going to try not to make you too giddy. So that's my scrapbooking. That's our orchard, for want of a better word. And then we come into, so I've got a box of retired ribbon just on the corner there, and a whole pile of rubbish. And that is where I normally shoot. So I've got my ribbon storage immediately in front of me. That is not Stamping Up. I've had that for years. It cost a ridiculous amount of money, but I love it. And there's my my normal setup for how I shoot my videos. So I've got my lighting, my Archon stand, which is what I normally have my camera on, and my grid paper. That is where, if you like to call it magic, that's where the magic happens. And then above there I've got all my inspiration. I do need to still hang one final thing to the right of the gold box unit. There is a hook that I need to put something on that. But yes, so that is where I craft. So having my ink pads immediately behind me, it's just one single step back and I can grab whatever I need. Thank you very much for watching today. If you've enjoyed it, please do give it a thumbs up. If you don't subscribe, there's a subscribe button just about there. And if you hit the alert bell as well, you'll be notified when I post a video. I generally post at 8 o'clock in the morning UK time every day apart from Sunday, but I do some other posts as well. So don't rely on the fact that it's always 8 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes it's earlier, sometimes it's later, sometimes it's twice a day. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.